Hi Year 8 and welcome to the first video looking at percentages. This one is focusing on looking at increasing and decreasing by a given percentage. So we're going to start with an example of increasing an amount by a given percentage. One such example which you might hear in the news a lot is how house prices have been and are increasing. The specific example we're going to use here is, suppose there was a house in Hobart that was sold for $500,000 back in 2011. Over the 10 years since then, house prices have been found to have increased by around 88% in Tasmania on average. Based on this, the question is, what price might the house have sold for if it was sold in 2021? Now, there are two ways of working this out. I'm going to talk through both ways and you can decide which one you prefer. The first way involves two steps. So, since we know the house originally sold for $500,000 and that house prices have increased 88% since then, we first want to find out, well, what is 88% of 500,000? And you can do that by typing into your calculator exactly what is written here on the screen. 500,000 times 88%, and you should find that that is equal to 440,000. So this tells us that 440,000 is 88% of 500,000. Now we want to increase 500,000 by this amount. So that means we need to add 440,000 onto 500,000, and this gives us 940,000. This means that if the house initially sold for 500,000 in 2011, and that since house prices increased 88% since then, that the house could sell for around 940,000 in 2021. Now there is another way of working this out. This way involves just one step, so is quicker, though it might be a little bit harder to get your head around. To do it this way, you need to understand that the initial 500,000 represents 100%, or the whole amount, and that another way of writing 100% is as a decimal, as 1.0 or 1 whole. Then, since I want to increase the amount by 88%, I also write the 88% as a decimal, i.e. as 0.88. Remembering that to convert a percentage to a decimal, I just have to divide the percentage by 100. I then add 0.88 to 1.0 to get 1.88. If I then multiply the initial amount, the 500,000, by 1.88, I'm going to get the new increased amount straight away, which of course is 940,000, the same as before. Now here's a chance for you to practice having a go at these types of problems yourself. Pause the video here, have a go at them, and then keep watching to check your answers. So here are the answers to the problems. I've used the two-step approach here to work them out and to break down the problem a little bit more, but regardless of which method you've used, if you've done it right, you will get the same answer. So moving on now to decreasing by a given percentage. This is similar to increasing in some ways, so isn't something completely new. This time I'm going to use the example of a shop having a sale on. Suppose a pair of jeans was initially being sold for $40, but now they are on sale for 30% off. This means the price of them is going to decrease by 30%. So what price are they sold for now? Again, we have two ways of working it out. The two-step approach starts off the same as before. Since we want to decrease 40 by 30%, we need to first find 30% of 40, and we can do that like I have here by typing 40 times 30% into the calculator, and we get 12. So 30% of 40 is 12. Now this time, since we are decreasing by a given amount, this means we need to subtract 12 from the original 40, which gives us 28. This means that the jeans are now being sold for $28. Now on to the one-step approach. Again, this way I think is quicker, but might be a bit harder to get your head around. Like I said earlier, it's up to you to think which of these two ways of working out the problem makes most sense to you, and just stick with using that one. But for this one-step approach, again we need to think of how the initial amount, the $40, represents 100%, or the whole amount. This time, since I'm decreasing this amount by 30%, this means I'm going to be left with 70% of the whole amount, or 70% of $40. So to find my decreased amount, I can simply find 70% of $40, and of course that turns out to be $28, the same as before. So once again, here are a couple of practice questions. Pause the video, have a go at them, and then keep watching to check your answers. So again, I've used the two-step approach here on screen, but either way you do it is fine, as long as you're getting the correct answer. If you did these questions by using the one-step approach, you would have just found 25% of 114 for the first one and 86% of 98 for the second one. So the last slide here just has a couple more practice questions. Again, pause the video, then continue watching to check your answers.